Hi, I'm out near Morris, Manitoba. I'm here with Sonia Wilson, oilseed specialist in Manitoba Agriculture. Sonia, you have a bit of insight in terms of the crop report that's coming out later today. Last week, canola was at about 50% seeded across the province. Where are we at now?
So we had a big push over this past week. We didn't have a ton of rainfall. There was some scattered, very little in the northwest. So there was a big push in terms of seeding. We're sitting at about 65% across the province, with just the northwest trailing behind because they have more saturated fields, even still some standing water.
Okay, and it has been a kind of a tricky year to get in the fields. Where are we in terms of last year, maybe the 5 or 3 year average?
Yeah, so last year we had a really straight and fast seeding period. It was very warm early on, and we were sitting at about 90, even 95% seeded.
Okay.
This year, because we did have that cool and that rainfall, we are sitting at about 71% seeded across all crops in the province. And this is in comparison our 5-year average of 85%. So we're just a little bit below that. It makes sense for this year, but not a lot of concern because we have had a really great push, especially over this past week.
Okay, so now if the weather cooperates and
yes.
maybe get some moisture in the next week or so when most of the crops in, we should be okay. Has there been any concerns with some of the growers you're hearing when it came to fertility plans? Has that changed based on this type of year we're having so far?
So it was, in terms of getting fertilizer prices, I know that this is top of mind. Darren Bond, one of the members of the farm management team, had been speaking a lot on that because we do know that is a pressure. So especially with canola being a fertility intensive crop, we know though we do need that certain level to get the yields. So it does become a bit of a decision for a grower because you do want to have the yield potential and fertilize to yield potential to really get your ROI back. So for this year, the good thing is it is a longer seeding window, like in terms of the weather. So there was a bit more time to make sure that they got the fertility they needed on farm to actually work in, and especially since we had some really windy times, right, where you couldn't spray for other things, etc. So I would say it has been a pretty regular year in a sense, not as fast as last year, but there definitely was some pressure for pricing for sure.
So Sonia, we're at June 2nd. We're looking at another 30 degrees Celsius
yes.
day. Last week we were in the 30s for 3 or 5 days out of last week. What does that mean to some of the canola coming out of the ground? That's probably helped it emerge to a large degree if you had seed there, but what does that mean for some of the new seedlings that are just coming out of the ground?
Yeah, we're definitely, I would say, keep an eye in terms of, it is very hot. You know, first we had like winds, some really strong winds, and now we have these really hot temperatures. Now, a good thing was, I think we have pretty good moisture conditions generally, but we are seeding shallower, right, with canola compared to other crops. So it is going to be a bit drier. We are going to be looking for that rainfall. I think there is some forecasted, which is really good. But then again, I put a caveat for the Northwest because they're probably looking for drier conditions for a little bit more. So, but generally for Central, Southwest, rest of the regions, yes, we would like a bit of rainfall, especially for the cotyledons and small seedlings coming up for sure.
Okay, that's terrific, Sonia. Thank you. Is there anything you want to add I didn't ask you about today?
No, I think just best wishes for the end of seeding here and great crop season ahead.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good seeing you again.
Thanks,
Take
Greg.
care.
Yeah.